Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into my Klein Mod Box and switching from it to the Milwaukee Packout. So this is what I use for work purposes. So when I first started my own, not even when I started my own business, when I worked for somebody else roughly 5 or so years ago, I had started out with a Craftsman like 3-tier like staircase style Packout box, if that's what you want to call it. It kind of slid back and you had a big bottom case, medium-sized middle organizer, and then the top I think flipped up. It was okay. It did take up quite a bit of space and it could be awkward depending on the situation I was working in. After that, I ended up switching to the Craftsman Versus Stack system, which honestly wasn't terrible at all. The same thing as the DeWalt T-Stack. And then eventually I should have originally just went with the Milwaukee Packout, just due to the fact that what I do, PDR, all of these companies make things for the Milwaukee Packout. They don't really make much for other brand things like the Milwaukee Packout. So there was nothing for the Craftsman stuff, and there was nothing for the Klein Mod Box. So I was kind of limited on how I could do my setup. So in today's video, I'm just going to quickly show you guys the Klein Mod Box and me switching to the Milwaukee Packout and the things I got for the Milwaukee Packout that I couldn't necessarily get for the Mod Box. I really like the Klein Mod Box and its overall design and features. It's good quality, very durable. I've been using it probably a year and a half or so, and it's been great. But I definitely noticed they've slowed down on releasing things for it. There's not as many accessories. And due to the fact that all of these companies make things for the Milwaukee Packout, I just decided to suck it up and change to it, even though I had already spent, probably $100 on the first Craftsman thing, probably $200 or so on the second Craftsman setup, probably close to $400 on the Mod Box. I ended up spending more in the long run instead of just going with this to begin with. Don't ask me why I didn't. I wanted to try other things out, I guess. At first, I wanted to go about it the cheap way, and then realized I needed something better. I just went about it the wrong way. It happens to a lot of us, and it was an expensive mistake, to say the least. But I am extremely happy with the setup now. I've been using it, even though this video is just showing me getting it, I've been using it for roughly a month and a half, 2 months now. And in this video, you'll see as I get a couple of the accessories, and then I'll show it when it's fully set up as well. But I've really enjoyed it. This is probably going to be a little bit different setup than what a lot of you guys are seeing on YouTube, as far as like probably a lot of electricians, plumbers, handymen, contractors, things like that are using these. And their setup is going to be much, much different than mine as far as probably the exterior. We'll go ahead and get into it. This is just going to be a quick look at how I'm setting it up. I'm going to have a full in-depth video of everything that I use for my work that's going to be attached to this cart. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned for that video. That'll be a much more in-depth video on everything in the box and what I use it for. So if you guys enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts. And as always, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to be trying to fit all of this into the new Milwaukee Packout that I picked up at Northern Tool because I didn't want to wait for it online. But there are still accessories that I need to pick up online. Like I can't get the Milwaukee version of this unless I order it online. And then I'm also going to get some DeWalt battery holders, as well as the Milwaukee M12 battery holders that'll mount on the side. And then I also have to wait for the top tray that holds all my tools. But as far as everything that's inside of this needs to be transferred to this, I went with a little bit different layout because this I end up just using as, long-term storage, and getting things out of it isn't as accessible. And I almost bought some of these in the Milwaukee version, but I got everything in drawers, so these have dividers in them, so I should be able to use a couple of those drawers as the same thing as what we have here, and then I'll be able to organize everything that's in here, and hopefully it all fits.
But I also have the dolly here, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out. And I also got some of the foam inserts because I am going to remove all my I have sockets and a bunch of little accessories for R&I that I want to organize into the foam trays, and then not the power tools, but some of this stuff might go into the foam as well. I haven't really decided yet. We will see. But yeah, fun process. I'm going to go ahead and get this one set up on the dolly next to it and see how it goes transferring everything. So we got a couple of the accessories in, which I'll go ahead and install once I get to work. The boxes are in my truck right now. But we got the Workbox caddy and the M12 battery holder. And these will go on the side rails, and they have quick releases, so that's pretty nice. You got 4 individual pockets in this one, and then a rail for things with like belt clips and things like that. So pens, tape measures, all that good stuff can hang on here. And then this is designed to hold 3 M12 batteries. So I will go ahead and get these mounted up. They both come with their hardware or the rail mounting clamps for both of them. So I'll go ahead and get these on. But the part numbers for these are right here for the toolbox caddy and the battery mount. And I haven't seen these in stores, so I did have to order them online. I believe I ordered them from Home Depot or Acme Tools. I can't remember which one, but they came very quickly. Okay, so we've got it set up, and for the most part, I'm still waiting on a couple items, which I'll probably throw in at the end of the video. I'll tell you guys about them in just a minute. I've been using this probably for about a month or two. Now I will tell you the first time I use this, so I keep them separated in the truck, and then I have my rods that go around the outside, which are longer than the top half of the box. So I can't just slide this in the bed of the truck with the rods in it. I have a bag that everything goes in. Well, first day I used it, it rained on me 4 times for 10 minutes each time. So I ended up taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, and it got really old. So I was going to order a custom cover, ended up going to Lowe's, found this one, which was basically the exact dimensions of what I need. So now when I'm working, and if it starts raining, I can simply drop my slide hammer, drop my glue gun on here, and throw the cover on, and it'll Velcro around it. So that's what I'm dealing with when it comes to rainy weather. And I'll have a full video going over everything that's going on here, because I know a lot of you probably don't know why it's set up like this, but I do paintless dent removal. I also picked up a new knee pad, and that's besides the point. But you guys saw I picked up the side organizer, which I keep pens, markers, pliers, screwdrivers, trim tools, things like that in there. And one of the things I'll be ordering is, I've actually already ordered it. It's an attachment just like this that'll go across here, and it's a magnetic strip. And a PDR company does sell one that goes right across here, but it's like $70 for a few magnets that run across here, and it keeps these tools in place. But the one that mounts down here, which is a much stronger magnet, is like $30. So I'm going with that one. The other thing I'm waiting on is my 3D printed DeWalt battery mount. So this is the Milwaukee one. As you can see here, I have mounted up here. This took some strategic planning to get my torch to fit right there, while also still allowing me to pack this stuff away in the truck. The only real place I can put the DeWalt battery mount is down here. The only unfortunate thing is that'll make a mount on both sides. So this toolbox is going to be extra wide, but I can't put it over here because it'll be in the way of the tools, and then that'll defeat the purpose of the magnetic mount. So really the only place left, I can't put it up here because it'd be in the way of these items over here. So the DeWalt battery mount will have to go down here. And I believe the one I ordered holds 4 or 5 batteries. So just enough for what I use at work. But that's kind of my setup. This is the Wiley Quick top, specifically made for PDR work. And then you can either order it as a bundle and get the glue gun stand with it, or you can purchase them individually. If you guys don't know much about PDR stuff, it's kind of like when you buy from an actual PDR company, it's kind of like buying from a tool truck. It's not cheap, but it is really nice. It's a EVA foam insert that sits in here. Got some cutouts for different, you know, accessories and things like that. Got little rubber bins over here for glue tabs. I bought this separately to hold my tips. It's got mounting locations in each corner for this stand, which bolts through, as you can see there. And then this is extendable, so I can loosen this. I can raise it up, so if I'm working on a taller vehicle and I'm on my like step ladder, then I can still reach my glue gun. It also rotates. And you can use this bin for just glue tabs, or you can use it for a rubber grip for your glue gun, so it's not sliding around on a vehicle or anything like that. It makes it a little bit more grippy. It's got 3 little holes there to hold glue tabs, like so. So I can toss this in the side of there. But then it is also designed to hold the glue gun here. And this is called a mini lifter, and it is designed to basically hold a mini lifter as well, and then the spot for the slide hammer. So it's a pretty nice little setup. It's going to work really, really well for me. This side over here has a large opening. This is where the glue gun would go if you didn't order this with it. And then you have a larger opening here for the mini lifter. This is normally for another slide hammer, but I found out it fits perfectly for my torch, so that saves me from figuring out a spot for that. And I just put my mini slide hammer up here. Then you have some smaller and larger holes here for different tools, and then going around back, you get a couple of larger cutouts. Got my door jammer, my hail rod, my light that's just kind of sitting on here. So some bigger openings. You have a slotted opening back here for other tools. You got another slotted opening here, and then some longer slots here for your whale tails and stuff like that. But yeah, as soon as I get the magnetic strip in and the DeWalt battery mount, I will show you guys what it all looks like. But that's a real quick look at the point that we're at now. I just keep some common glue tabs up here. I'm going to do a full video going over basically everything that I have in the cart and what I use it for. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned for that video. But I'm basically just showing you how I have it set up in this video. Don't mind the wind. We just got the 3D printed DeWalt 20 volt battery mount installed on the Milwaukee toolbox, or on the Milwaukee Packout. You do have to remove the rails in order to install this one. It is a solid bracket here, and so you just heat this area up with either a torch or a heat gun, slip a flathead underneath here, and then pull down on this and it'll pop out the bottom. Then you can slide this bracket on to both sides, and then this piece bolts to the brackets. So we got it all installed, and the only thing I will say is this design, they don't actually lock in, they just slide on. Not a big deal. I got this one from eBay. You can get them on Etsy, and I believe maybe a couple of them are on Amazon. I'm not 100% sure, but very handy to have, so I don't have to carry them elsewhere. They can actually be on the Packout with the rest of my tools. So the only thing I wish was that the brackets were shorter, but I can see why they did this. But yeah, a low profile design would be really nice as well.